So those 5 reasons are the reasons why you are here, and I'm just going to break it down. So the first one I said was you are definitely going to look at construction timelines in terms of off-plan. The reason why people lose a lot of money on off-plan property is because the timeline can cause a lot of damage, both to the developer and the buyers. So I'll give you a case study using Nigeria, and I'll also look at globally. So let's start from Dubai. When you buy an off-plan property in Dubai, one thing that they've done is to ensure that they have capital if it is a well-known developer. They have what it takes to construct the said project. So what is off-plan? Off-plan is a property that you buy off the plan, like a masterpiece plan. It's pre-construction you are buying. And if you follow me to the end of this video, I'm going to give you an opportunity where you can make over 100% buying an off-plan. So if you have ever bought an off-plan, or you are a first-time buyer, or you are an investor, or you just are interested in real estate, let's see you on the comment section by answering this question. What did you see, and why were you interested in buying an off-plan? So the first thing I talked about is construction timelines. Why I said that Dubai was a good place for construction timelines is because they have two things. Number one, they have what it takes to get good loans, construction loan. And with that, they can meet their construction timelines and they are able to deliver the project whether you pay or you do not pay. They've also factored in the cost of the loan. And because their loans are very insignificant, 3%, 2%, it still it gives the investors opportunity to make a lot of money, because even when they put their cost of funds, they can still make a lot of money. So their construction timelines can really be exact. But when I talk about something else, I'll also tell you why you shouldn't buy off-plan in Dubai in some cases. The second thing I'm going to be telling you about now is, let's use my beloved country, Nigeria. When you talk about construction timelines, I'll give you a story. I've had 2 terrible experiences in Nigeria as a developer. This video is going to help you if you're a developer, you are an investor, and also if you are what I call just a home buyer. During COVID, you can go below the link and watch the testimonial of my spring apartment. When the entire world was shut down, I was constructing. And the reason why I was constructing was because I had some money that I was putting into the project, and I needed to construct to ensure that I finished the construction irrespective of what was happening globally. Then I was using my money. As a construction company, if they don't have the capacity, it means that when issues like that come up, the construction will have an issue and the timeline can eat up to your profits. I've suffered it. The second case, that case was very good for my investors. The second case is maybe my project, the 6th project. There was serious devaluation of Naira, that even when the few of the investors were willing to add up a percentage for us to finish the construction because of their mindset, some others took us to court. Yeah. Not checking like this is global problem. So that did not help the construction timeline because off plan really, the developer is actually using your money to construct. Another issue is because people are very emotional in Africa, they come up with some things like my husband is dead. This is so we are emotional beings. We are not very they know and they catch on those emotions and say they didn't meet their payment plan. They start to beg, and that can affect because if you are doing a project that you have 20 people, if 15 people actually cannot meet up and you cannot get money from the bank, and it's an upland project, 5 people, their money will not finish the project. So it is not a developer's issue. It is a problem of funding in Nigeria because the banks are not willing to give you construction funds. And that is a big opportunity for people that are looking at Africa globally. From the globe, you can make so much money as a developer if you want to do off-plan projects and get your buyers, but you are going to fund the projects. We're talking off-plan. I don't think in this video I can actually do the entire 5, but I'll see how far I can go because this is an eye-opener for you. Now we have talked about how you are going to lose your money in terms of construction timeline. When I talked about Dubai, I said you are going to gain a lot. Even in Nigeria, you can gain a lot. And if you watch to the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing how you will gain a lot in Nigeria. How will you lose? Let's take a case like Dubai. It's when you are doing an off-plan project with a developer that does not have a lot of properties that is ready. I will tell you how. If you take an off-plan project and the developer does not meet timelines, the developer might not have a solution for you. But if the developer has projects that are completed, you can insist that they relocate you to another project. Because as an investor in Dubai, what you should be looking at is return, not luxury. As long as the return matches what you have invested, your decision should be give me. And so if you are now doing an off-plan project in a place like Dubai and this construction company is a new construction company, you don't use your money as a gamble. So we have talked about 2 different scenarios. I've talked about what I have gone through, what I have suffered in terms of funding. And so investors can know. I don't want this video to be long. So it means that for you to be able to get a notification of the completion of this video, you have to follow and you have to also press notification bell. The second thing that will make you lose your money big time in off-plan project, which off-plan is the biggest opportunity for you to increase your money. But the second thing that will make you lose your money is when you, as the buyer, refuse to pay and you didn't read your documentation. So I will come to you. Let's to Dubai. Because I'm an underwriter in Dubai, there were too many documents and too many trainings I took. And this is why you will lose your money in a place like that. Do you know that the way you will come back to us and say, I couldn't finish paying, can I continue to pay? You can't try that in Dubai. The document says that if you default during handover, you are going to lose whatever you have put in it. So the best thing is, if you can't buy a loan because of the profits that the market has for off-plan property, then join the co-investment. I think that if you go to Platinum Invest, my community, you might have that kind of opportunity, but that's not what we are talking about. Then in Nigeria, let's look at Africa. If for any reason you don't finish paying, there might be clause on your documentation. So let me now give you a scenario with what we now do, as a company. Let me use, because if I want to know anything about Apple, or Samsung, it is the producer that will tell you more than what you hear outside. So let me tell you about what we decided to do after we suffered the issue of naira and dollar devaluation. And I'll give you a story of how an investor can lose money. So what we now do is we only embark on projects we can construct 100% without the money coming from the off-plan people. And I think that we are the only people doing that in Nigeria. Haven't studied the Dubai market and see their strategy. I had to bring it home. So what did we do? We only take on Eden Court projects, the ones that we can fund with our money. The reason why off-plan, and I will tell you, is very lucrative for investors is because we use your money to fund, so we reduce the construction amount so that your money will play the role of a bank. So what we have now decided to do is to say, well, you know what? If we have money to do 40 units, we fund it with our money. You bring just a percentage, like a 5% deposit to say, I'm in. During the construction timeline, you pay just 35%. That means when the handover is given to you, that is when you pay your 60%. For you, you got it in discount and you can invest that 60% to make money. So even when you are paying the 60%, you are actually paying with the profit you have made. But for us, this is where we make the money. Let me give you a scenario. So we did a project of 40 projects. People defaulted. And so we sold it at 50 million. In 1 year, because of money devaluation, the project became 90 million. So everybody that defaulted, the difference between us and Dubai is that Africa is a very good place. There's something about our structures, our organizations, our hearts as Africans. So instead of saying you will lose your money totally, we say you buy the next project at the price of the project. Yeah? Because we too will put our money to construct. Yeah. But Dubai, we say you lose your money. Not really you lose your money because you signed it, because they need your money. So wherever they have gotten their money from, it's not their fault because they actually went to take money somewhere. So you cannot stop on the way, like the way a lot of people just go into a project with developers and they just stop on the way. But what we have done now is we will use our money to construct. During the construction time, you're paying only 40%. But once the handover comes, this contract must be binding. You cannot own if you don't pay for the balance. So what that means is, in that kind of up-and project, are you losing? You will lose if you are not able to pay the balance, because those that refuse to pay now actually lost 40 million naira in 1 year, because some of them have moved to paying again. That means they are actually not paying for 2 years. So now they are buying it for 90 million. But as a company, we are selling it for 90 million. That's our profit. So, but if everybody paid, what is our profit? Very little margin. It's a game of numbers. So, but what does that mean? It means that we can never default again, because we are no longer relying on the off-takers to bring the money. So we are doing projects based on what we can afford. Then another opportunity for people now is those that have defaulted, you can come and buy it. So instead of coming to buy it at 90 million, that's the opportunity. We can discount it for you because we actually sold it at 40 million. So you need to understand that real estate is a game. And one of the ways to play this game is to work with somebody that is a gamer. When I say a gamer, it means that this person is an expert in this game. And that is why I recently, they opened me up to the entire world concerning Platinum Invest. Yeah, it's a place where we teach on opportunities. But this kind of opportunities are only given to the community people. So if you're interested, click the link to join the Platinum Invest and you get some other information. But most important thing is, remember that you have to subscribe to get 3 more things that you are doing that is making you lose money for a plan project. I'll see you in the next video. Love you.